Hello and welcome to the Monday Morning Reset. We're going to continue in our series on the Beatitudes, and as I have every week, I'm going to start by reading that passage from Matthew 5. Hopefully by now you're starting to remember and recall, and perhaps by the end of this series you'll even have the Beatitudes memorized. So starting in verse 3, Jesus said, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for the kingdom of heaven is theirs. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Blessed are the humble, for they will inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and who thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called sons of God. Blessed are those who are persecuted because of righteousness, for the kingdom of heaven is theirs. You are blessed when they insult you and persecute you and falsely say every kind of evil against you because of me. Be glad and rejoice, because your reward is great in heaven, for that is how they persecuted the prophets who were before you." And this week, we're going to hone in on verse 9. It says, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called sons of God." Blessed are the peacemakers. What a phrase, what a sentence. And I don't know, what comes to mind for you when you think of peacemakers? Because I know for me, it feels intimidating. I think about like the United Nations. I think about ambassadors and diplomats and people working together to forge treaties between entire nations and governments. And so then, we can simplify. What does it mean for me as an individual to be a peacemaker? And the answer is both simple and incredibly complex, as so many of these are, right? To be a peacemaker means to bring peace, and peace is not this passive thing. Peace doesn't just mean you get to sit on the sidelines, you get to be quiet, you get to sit and observe, you can be passive. Peace comes about through choices, through actions, through behaviors. Peace is not passive at all. And for us, peace can look so different, right? But it's about restoring relationships. It's about making things right. You are a peacemaker when you call up that friend, that coworker, that business partner who wronged you, and you talk it out with them and you forgive them, you extend grace. You are a peacemaker when you allow yourself to be held accountable. When you admit that you have done something wrong, when you've done something wrong. You're a peacemaker when you accept the consequences of your actions and then go a step further and try to make reparations, try to do something to restore any relationships you might have broken. You are a peacemaker when you speak life into others. You're a peacemaker when you engage with someone whose ideology, whose theology, whose political views are different than yours, and instead of trying to persuade them, instead of trying to exert power, you choose to listen and try to understand. You try to love them. You try to see the value that God sees in them. We are peacemakers, yes, when we show love, but when we take steps to do that, when we are active about bringing peace to others, causing rifts in relationships to be restored, and we are peacemakers when we try to bring peace for the others, right? Those who are suffering, those who do not have voices, those who do not have power, and we try to bring justice, we try to show compassion. That is what being a peacemaker is all about. And so this week I leave you with this challenge to go and be a peacemaker. Find in your life a relationship where someone has done something wrong and you can extend that olive branch. You can show forgiveness and mercy. Or a relationship where you've done something wrong and it's time to make up for it. It's time to accept the consequences. It's time to admit what you've done and then do better. Make peace. Go make peace by encouraging someone, speaking life. Make peace by listening to someone whose view differs from your own and not trying to persuade them, but listening and appreciating their insight and loving them as God would have loved them. So this week, let's go be peacemakers so we can be called the sons and the daughters of God. May the Lord bless you and keep you this week.